to the wishes and the moods of contemporary Canada. That's what he really ran on, was the changing tone, a different style, with a lot of important policy deliverables, but the overall narrative is one of a different way of governing. The government that I was closest to previously, the Paul Martin government, we got an early test of that kind of emotional intelligence with the tsunami that hit Southeast Asia. And we lost about 24 hours along the way on that one. And to some extent, Paul took a hit for not having that emotional intelligence. The Trudeau team will have to make sure that when a crisis hit, they show the emotional tone that Canadians elected them to demonstrate.
Would you agree, Richard?
Yes, but then it goes to the tension at the core of the commitment to a more open and collaborative government, that you can't just be a collection of individuals. It does have to be a team, and there's a trade-off. It seems pretty clear that voters reward coherent, consistent, competent crowds, and they can't just be a mob.
Okay, Marie, you're going to be one of the people who puts her microphone into the scrums for all of these people. You're going to be the one who's actually rolling up her sleeves and trying to hold people to account. So tell us a little bit about how that's going to unfold. There really is no wiggle room there, is there?
Well, I mean, Mr. Trudeau promised a change on that part, and he, to his first day being Prime Minister designate, he held a press conference signaling to us that he wants to talk to us. So I think he will be expected to scrum a whole lot more than Mr. Harper has, which is, I think, once or twice in my tenure on the Hill. So that, but I would also agree with my colleagues as to cabinet. We've been promised that we would be invited again to cabinet outs and we would be allowed to ask ministers questions. But also beyond that, are they going to come talk to us after question period every day about their files? And I think I agree that we are going to keep some sort of centralized power in the PMO. I don't think that's going to go away. But are these people going to be allowed to speak to us on their files on their own and explain it? And some ministers did it under Mr. Harper. I have to say Jason Kenney would always stop because he knew his file.
Yep.
So I would look to that. Are these people actually going to step up to the plate and talk to people? And
okay, we'll leave it right there. We're out of time. Thank you very much. John Duffy, Senior Strategist, former for Prime Minister Paul Martin, now founding partner of Strategy Corps, Marie Vastel, Parliamentary Correspondent for Le Devoir, and Richard Johnston, Professor of Political Science at the University of British Columbia. This is The Current.
This is CBC Radio 1, 88.5 FM in Montreal. I know that I've done a good job when my audience is lying flat on their back and in a very deep sleep.
Garrison Davies writes hit lullabies for children. Now he wants to make even more money putting you to lullabies for adults on This Is That with Pat Kelly and Peter Oldring. Tomorrow morning at 11:30, 3:30 p.m. in Newfoundland.
The CBC News is next. Coming up in an hour, it's Q.
Hey, what's up? I'm Shad. Hip-hop chameleon Cardinal Offishall is back with a new record called Cardi Gras Volume 1, The Clash. I'll chat with him about the variety of styles on display on his record and the music that's influenced Cardi throughout his career.
This is CBC News. Good morning, it's 9 o'clock. I'm Christy Sam with the CBC News from Montreal. There's a lot of smoke, but no reports of injuries in a fire burning this morning in Ahuntsic. It's in a vacant warehouse building near the intersection of L'Esplanade and Louvain. Fire crews are at the scene. The cause of the fire is not yet known. Students are back to class across the province after a threatening email prompted evacuations and searches at dozens of schools. Quebec Provincial Police are now working to find whoever sent the email. But as Rebecca Ugolini reports, in the meantime, it's business as usual for the schools involved.
Donna Varica says she's never seen anything like yesterday's letter.
I have to say, in my 14 years at Dawson, this is the first time I see anything of this magnitude.
Dawson College's head of communication says classes are continuing as normal today.
We try to make sure that the information we give out is accurate and timely without causing a sense of panic in the school.
But she isn't sure the group that sent the email will be caught.
You know, it's a whole new world out there, and how people hide themselves. Are we really in a position to be one step ahead?
As for Montreal's English Language School Board, the EMSB, spokesperson Mike Cohen says today will be a normal day.
Parents can rest assured that, we have the safety of their children paramount in our minds, and clearly if there were any issues or any